The following day, the drivers moved on to the Grandview Speedway in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania. Grandview is a much smaller and tighter racetrack, but the action is still fast and hectic. Here's an example as Jimmy Horton works to the inside of Sean George during a heat race. Unfortunately, the rain stopped play. The event will be made up in mid-August.
And we can tell you that race has been officially rescheduled.
Mile Point Speedway played host to a National Quarter-Mile Dirt Track Championship qualifier, which attracted a lot of outside invaders who would have to deal with Chuck Akulis.
Well, this car has really helped us a lot on this track. It's the Byros chassis and the small block engine is really working good, and along with the big tires, it's really helped us a lot. I'm sure you're going to see tonight that guys are going to go with the small rubber too, so it's a matter of getting the car working right and dialed in with the driver, I guess.
While Akulis has dominated, Mike Colston's Ford-powered Car 51 has also been tough.
Well, hopefully the track's going to come to us. So far the track's been a little bit on the bumpy side and a little bit on the wet side. It's starting to smooth up and get hardened out like it always does. So the track should come to us and we should start running a little better. And it should put a little cramp in our style.
The large purse for this event attracted a number of Dirt's top drivers. Look at this super heat with Doug Hoffman, Allen, and Danny Johnson, and Chuck Akulis starting outside the front row. Akulis was able to take the lead on the backstretch on the opening lap and go on to victory, while Danny Johnson and his brother Allen wound up having to run the consolation race just to qualify for the feature event. They finished 1 and 2. Come feature time, Dick Marcinko and Mike Van Dusen, two track regulars, started up on the front row as the field came down to the start of this 55-lap, $5,555 to win feature event. Mike Colston's night got off to a rough start with this lap 4 jingle that involved Danny Johnson. He would have to go to the rear of the field. Meanwhile, Brett Hearn in the Auto Palace 72 found the small quarter-mile track to his liking as he first got by Dick Marcinko and then started to work on Chuck Akulis as a small block battled a big block for the #1 spot on the racetrack. Hearn's right on the inside. That didn't work, so he went upstairs in turn #1 and used the outside lane, came off turn #2, and wound up with the #1 spot on the racetrack. Mike Colston was moving up very strongly through the field after his early race jingle. He worked into the top 5 in seemingly no time at all as he worked to the inside of Roger Phelps in car number 99. As he then battled with Frank Cozy down the backstretch, Cozy almost hit him and wound up putting himself in the backstretch wall. Back to racing action. Colston continues to slice his way through the field as Mike Van Dusen, the outside pole sitter, runs into a problem with car number 56. Colston worked his way up to the #3 spot, and the final couple of laps were barn burners as Hearn had to hold off both Akulis and Colston. Akulis had his chance but could not make the pass, and Hearn held on in this wild 3-car dash to claim the payday. The win capped off a great 3-day period for Hearn. In the 2 races run in that time, he had won both.